Hi, I'm Joel from This Century. You're watching Speed of Sound magazine. It's been great. Just kidding. I'll expand. It feels like any other 8123 tour that we've done. We've done a couple with Buds in the Main and Austin. We've done a couple with Austin Gibbs. So, and then there's been a couple with Nick. So I think this is like our third, yeah, something like that. Third tour with Nick and/or Rocket to the Moon. And so, I mean, it's just a bunch of friends. So there's not that weird getting to know each other. It's just strange friend behavior right off the bat. I mean, we are so comfortable with each other that I think fans are gonna see some of that at the end of the night. Anyway, but yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Okay, my biggest musical influences were, I mean, the ones that made me want to do music in the first place was like Blink 182, you know, and it's not that I really listen to them anymore, but at the time it was, you know, that's who I was jamming, that's who I wanted to be, so that's who I would look at and want to be like, and so, yeah, but now I think it's, I get a lot of inspiration, or whatever you want to call it, from Brandon Flowers from The Killers. I just like The Killers in general. They're a great band, and he's a great vocalist, very just unique in his approach to singing. And then I like Brandon Boyd from Incubus as well. The two Brandons, I guess. So, but and then aside from that, it's Third Eye Blind. It was one of the first records I bought. They've always kind of been an inspiration to me. Just anything that I've been listening to, I think, contributes in some way. No, when I was young, I wanted to be a tornado chaser. So, you know, I was convinced for a long time that I was going to be a tornado chaser, and then, you know, you grow up and you find out that you don't get paid much money to really do that. It's more of a hobby for a lot of guys. So, so I was like, nah. But it was. I think it was probably junior high, high school, around that age when I really started to get into, you know, rock music. I started listening to and buying different CDs. And then I was like, wow, this is really cool. And there was this band, Jimmy Eat World, that came from where I lived, Mesa, Arizona. And so that was also like a big, you know, thing for me, because I was like, they can do it, and they're from Mesa, and I think that maybe I can do this. And so it was like early high school when I was finally knew for sure that I was gonna go for music. It's different every record. It used to be very singular, I think, just because it was, the band started off as kind of Ryan and Sean's thing. They broke off from another band, and so they started doing their own thing, and so naturally the songwriting was just Sean and Ryan, or sometimes just Sean. And so when I kind of joined the band, that's kind of the way it was. But that was for like EPs before we started writing albums. So over the years, it's kind of evolved into this thing. And for our first record, it was pretty collaborative. The second record, even more so. And now we're working on the third record, and it's just completely the songwriting process has become very, very collaborative to the point of like it was us three, Ryan, Sean, and I, sitting in a room, just working on songs and all kind of contributing, and then we would just stay in there until the song was done. So that's what it's come to. I was just talking about this Austin Gibbs. He's like, thinks it's the funniest thing. I want to take him there one day. It's weird. It's weird. It's surreal. The first time that we went there is like probably will forever be one of the most memorable moments of my music career, just because it's just so much different than in the U.S. It's I don't know. It was we went there. Not that the U.S. is bad. It's not by any means, but it's just a completely different energy and vibe there. And there was such a just I don't know. It was very fanatical, and they were very. It was just really cool. So we went over there, and like we had a song that was kind of getting radio play, I guess, and it kind of snowballed from there. And I think it went to another radio station. Ended up going #1. So there was a demand for us over there, and we knew that, but we weren't sure, how big it had become. So the first time we went over there, it was like 4,000 or 5,000 kids that we played for, and it's like these kids from the other side of the world singing all the lyrics to like every song, and it's just like, where did this come from? So it's really kind of crazy, and it's awesome. It's a nice answer to the hard work that we've been putting in for as long as we've been doing this. Killers. Throw a Coldplay in there just because I feel like it would be cool. I could probably learn a lot from them. Who else? I mean, Incubus would be cool just because they could play Void's Mind. That would be fun. Let's go. Can I pick the Beatles? Sure. We'd have to resurrect them.
That's fine.
And then put the Beatles on the lineup. Put Tears for Fears on there. Yeah. I'm sure there's a lot more that I could put in there, but we'll be here all day. So. Yeah. I don't really resent anything about it. I don't really resent too much, or I try not to resent too much about the music industry or how it's changing, because it is what it is. You can either complain and just be bitter about it, or you can do what you can. But I do wish that people would buy more records or CDs, because, and maybe that's just nostalgia for me. When I was a kid, I would go to the CD store, the record store, and get a physical copy, and it's the most exciting thing for me. And there was such a, I don't know, it was just such an amazing feeling to like finally get your hands on it, and like save up your money, and then open it up and read the lyrics and listen to it and all that stuff. So people just don't buy records anymore. It's all MP3s, and I don't know. There's almost like a soullessness to it. I don't want to say soullessness because people put their soul into the music, but there's something. It feels like there's something missing when people just go and buy songs on iTunes. Yeah, I wish people would buy more CDs.
Cool. Thank you so much.
I like to. Yeah, I really like to. I like doing outdoor stuff, exercising. I like watching Nick.
Pick up chicks. I eat a lot of tofu.
Yeah, I'm mostly just picking up chicks and eating tofu. Those don't go together.
No,
I feel like you can't eat a ton of tofu and pick up chicks. Oh man, unless you're in Portland or something. I do a lot of outdoor stuff when I'm at home. Anything that's not like this. So a lot of I know some guys in bands that will go and they'll get home and they want to go do the bar thing, which is fine, whatever. But I am so not that, and so when I get home, I like to just go to the opposite end of the spectrum for a while and just completely unwind that way. Oh, thanks, guys. Thanks. Thank you.
I wasn't even paying attention.
So yeah, I'll just go home and relax and hang with family. I've got a great family. I love my family. Hang with them. Eat healthy usually. Sometimes my eating isn't the best on tour, so I'll go back to healthy eating.
Nice.
Hike. I like hiking. I like looking at Brian. I'm doing an interview. That's about it. I'm very involved with my church, and so we'll do a lot of that. Write music for them. That's about it. After this tour is done, we'll basically just focus on finishing this record that we've been working on. And we just got some bits and pieces to finish tracking. So yeah, that's the focus after we get off the road. And then after that, it's get everything in line for a release and tour as much as we can. And repeat. Eat lots of food too. I'm gonna do a ton of food.